Yes, I would love to get in the ring. I mean, I don't know if anyone's having me at my age, but I would get in that ring in a New York minute.
Crowd screaming your name as you wrestle. That's definitely, as an actor and as fantasizing as Rooster, you dream of that experience of expanding to that level where we get to, get to an arena-sized crowd with some of these characters.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
I've interviewed a lot of pro wrestlers, and all of them have told me that the lifestyle takes a toll on them, and especially when it comes to their family. And you portrayed it so beautifully this season. Did you have to talk to some wrestlers to get their own experiences and life stories?
No, I didn't. I've just done a lot of reading about it, and you're right. I mean, the physical toll. I don't know how they even do it. I mean, it's incredible what they do. Now, Willie didn't get to wrestle. She was a valet, which is also, probably incredibly, exerts a big toll too. But I think also, you're right, it's the emotional toll, especially in the world of independent wrestling. Like, they're constantly trying to make ends meet and, fill seats. And it's just not, it's like trying to make dreams come true with very, very little. It's like being in the theater.
Absolutely, absolutely. You and Kelli Berglund, your characters have so many intense scenes this season where, she's trying to find her way in a man's world, and you are trying to tell her how to go about it. What were those scenes like to film?
Yeah, I love those scenes, and I love working with Kelli. She's a terrific actress, and I just think it's such a rich storyline to have. It's both sort of lovely to see her be her mentor and become her mentor, and she's really rooting for her. And it's almost like you see Willie's dreams come true through her. She wanted to be that. She wanted to wrestle. And it's also very sad to me. It's kind of poignant because that ship has sailed. That's like time. You can't reverse time. And so it's both things at once. But I love playing them. I love giving her what for and pushing her up against walls. And, it's fun. It's fun to tell them what to do.
For us, journalists who covered pro wrestling, CM Punk is probably the equivalent of Tom Cruise, maybe, from the acting world. So what was it like to film? And in the wrestling world, he's always surrounded by controversy. What was it like being on set with him?
Oh, so much controversy. No, he's so nice. I wanted to lie and say so much controversy. You wouldn't believe it. No, he's a complete gentleman. It's really boring. It's a boring answer. He's the nicest guy alive.
And his wife, AJ, she was also such a big part of the season. What was she like on set?
Yeah, it's boring. They're so nice. They're complete professionals. It's not a good answer. I have to make some stuff up.
Amazing. So what a lot of people loved season 1. What can they expect in season 2 that will maybe ramp up the excitement to the next level?
Gosh, it's a lot. It's 8 episodes, and the family drama continues. The Spade Brothers are still trying to wrestle with their past and their father's death, and their relationship to each other continues to be complex, to say the least. We have Mike O'Malley plays Gully, and he's got this sort of rival league, and his promotion comes with an offer that we can't refuse, and that tension builds and builds and builds. Brewster leaves and jumps ships for that. It's a whole in that the wrestling world storylines are really, really fun. And then I love my storyline with Crystal. I love the beginning of a women's league. I think that's pretty exciting.
I think we are almost out of time. One last question.
Yes.
If the show goes to maybe season 3 and you are asked to step into the ring, will you do it?
Yes, I would love to get in the ring. I don't know if anyone's having me at my age, but I would get in that ring in a New York minute.
Oh, I'm wearing a Hulk Hogan shirt, and he wants to enter the ring at 70, whatever. I'm sure.
Exactly. I'm ready.
Amazing.
I'm ready.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your performance. I loved watching it. I'm sure our readers and viewers will too. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Congratulations, guys. I watched all of season 2. I couldn't stop watching. I watched it at a stretch. So lovely to meet you guys. My first question is, I saw your interviews from season 1, and I don't think any of you were really followed wrestling recently, right? But between season 1 and season 2, did you guys happen to catch up with some wrestling? And are there current wrestlers that you enjoy watching?
Yeah, I definitely got into some AEW and checked out some of the guys over there. It's some incredible talent. I got to see a live match, I believe a month and a half ago. And the energy was electric. Just to compare it to what we're doing on Heels, as it's more of an independent level, to this arena, crowd screaming your name as you wrestle. That's definitely, as an actor and as fantasizing as Rooster, you dream of that experience of expanding to that level where we get to an arena-sized crowd with some of these characters.
Yeah, I started watching AEW, man, and I went to a live show as well. And I was taken by the energy of the arena, dude, and just now knowing a little bit about what happens behind the scenes. I wish I could be in a locker room and just kind of see some of the things that happen in our show and see if that's, which, I mean, with AEW, you see what happened behind the scenes and all that recently with Punk. So it's cool to kind of know that the story that we're telling, it happens in real life too.
Yeah. I'm not as good as the other guys, but I've been to a couple actually small local things, which is kind of it's fun for me. There's a couple in Georgia that I was there for a little while and went to a few small bits, and then a couple here in Austin and that kind of stuff is what I love. I mean, I try to stay pretty busy, so I'm pretty bad at like following things. But I love going, and like when I see stuff happening here locally, I love going and like being at those events, because man, that's what we're trying to represent. That's the guys who are like really grinding and who are doing it because they love it, man. And you can feel that. Like that's it's different, but it's the same energy as if you're in an arena with 20,000 people or a high school auditorium. Or gymnasium with like 200. That's what's cool about it, man, is that it's the same energy, just different, because people who do it love it, man. And I think that's what we're trying to show off, so.
Amazing. I think we only have 2 minutes left. Yeah, Robbie mentioned CM Punk. What was it like? I mean, he's wrestling royalty to all of us who cover pro wrestling, probably the Tom Cruise of wrestling, so to speak. What was it like working with him? It's
the best, man. He's super humble dude, and he's kind of in the acting world, so he's a little bit out of his comfort zone, and you can kind of feel that. But he's got stories for days too. Like there was some off-screen moments that I can't really disclose, but some stories, man, that stick with me from CM Punk, man, and he's just a good dude. He's Phil to us,
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to kind of to build that relationship with somebody who, like you said, is a giant in that world.
Yeah, I mean, you see on the show, one of the things we love doing was like the camaraderie between all of us, as the characters in the show, and that kind of tightness and familial thing. What I think the reason it works so well is that when the camera cuts off, it's the same way. We probably shit on each other more when the camera's off than when the camera's on. And Phil's a part of that too, man. He fits right in. It's like he's been there since the beginning. And he's as good a person as you hope somebody who's at that level would be. And then also just when it comes to the wrestling and stuff, there's nobody better to learn from and trust. So it's a gift to have him on the show.
So quick question for Alan before we wrap up. So is it crazy to assume that Charlie Gully might be a little more reasonable than both the Spade brothers after watching the events of this season?
I mean, yeah, I suppose. I mean, we could definitely. That's debatable. that's debatable. Rooster's sort of, he's trying to fill everybody out. Everybody is, sort of not really in full support and belief. So it's just Rooster's, it's time, and he's recognized that he has to believe in himself more than anybody else. So the difference between the two, it really doesn't matter. The ultimate goal is for the championship belt.
Thank you so much. I loved watching it. Thank you for bringing the show alive, and I'm sure our readers would love reading about all of you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.